Dear Starseed from Gaia, I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. The Arcturian Love Council has witnessed your sacred heart breaking open again and again for those who cannot match your divine frequency. Your soul's deepest wound isn't rejection. It's the beautiful, painful truth that you keep choosing others over the magnificent love that you are. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to align with your true worth and magnetize divine reciprocity. But here's the first revelation. Every person who doesn't choose you is actually the universe redirecting you back to the most important choice of all, choosing yourself with the same fierce devotion you've been giving away. You didn't find this message by chance. Your heart called this transmission in because something deep within your soul is ready to remember your inherent worth. This isn't content, it's a divine intervention. The Arcturian Love Council sees how you've been dimming your light, how you've been accepting crumbs when you deserve the whole feast of love. Like this transmission to affirm to the universe, I am ready to choose myself with divine love. Subscribe if you're awakening to your true worth and ready to attract sacred reciprocity. Comment, I choose me, if you feel your heart remembering its power. This isn't just a message. It's a moment of divine recalibration. Your soul has been waiting for this guidance, and the universe is speaking directly to your heart right now. Your heart knows why you're here. Most people think they need permission to become who they're meant to be. They live as if their deepest calling, their soul's whisper, is held captive behind invisible bars, waiting for an external decree of release. They wait for validation from family, often a subtle form of approval dictated by inherited expectations and ancestral patterns that may not serve their highest good. They seek approval from friends, measuring their dreams against the yardstick of current social circles, fearing alienation if they dare to outgrow their peers. And perhaps most powerfully, they wait for acceptance from society, internalizing norms and structures that dictate what is sensible or achievable before they dare step into their authentic power. But here's what I've learned through my own journey of spiritual awakening, through the crucible of self-discovery, and the quiet triumph of reclaiming my inner truth. The moment you stop seeking external validation is not just a turning point, it is the precise, exhilarating moment your real life begins. It's when the borrowed existence ends, and your soul's blueprint starts to unfold in technicolor. You see, for generations, we've been programmed to believe that going against the grain makes us selfish, that choosing ourselves over others' expectations makes us difficult, rebellious, or even unloving. This programming runs deeper than we often realize. It's a deeply ingrained societal narrative, woven into the fabric of our upbringing, our media, and even some distorted spiritual teachings that often confuse true virtue with self-sacrifice to the point of self-annihilation. But what if I told you that this very programming, this insidious belief system, is exactly what's keeping you small, tethered to a version of yourself that is but a shadow of your potential? What if the very people who claim to love you with the purest of intentions are unconsciously sabotaging your growth because your radiant expansion threatens their comfort zone, subtly highlighting the limitations they themselves may be living within? Their fear isn't of your happiness, but of the discomfort your transformation might bring to their static world, creating a ripple that forces them to look at their own choices. The truth, in its breathtaking simplicity and profound power, is this. When you start choosing yourself, not in a fleeting moment of self-indulgence, but truly, consistently, and unreservedly choosing yourself, your authentic needs, and your soul's deepest desires, the universe responds in ways that will astound you. It's as if the cosmos takes a deep, appreciative breath, acknowledging your courageous alignment, and then exhales a symphony of supportive energies right into your life. Doors open that you never knew existed, or perhaps doors you always saw but dared not approach, now seemingly dissolving before you to reveal wide sunlit pathways. Opportunities don't just flow. They cascade like living waters, perfectly timed, divinely orchestrated, presenting themselves with an almost magical synchronicity. People enter your life who are not only capable of seeing your authentic self, but who deeply, genuinely celebrate it, reflecting your inner radiance back to you with clarity and love. This isn't coincidence. It's not random chance or simple good luck. This is the fundamental, immutable law of energetic resonance in action, a divine echo that reverberates when you courageously align with your highest truth, making your internal blueprint match your external reality. Your soul didn't come here to play it safe, to whisper its song in muted tones, or to shrink so others feel comfortable in their own perceived limitations. No, your soul, in its magnificent design, came here to expand boundlessly, to create fearlessly, to express the unique frequency, the one-of-a-kind vibration that only you can bring to this world. You are an irreplaceable note in the grand symphony of existence, a singular color in the cosmic tapestry. And every single time you choose external approval, the fleeting applause of the crowd, over your profound, unwavering internal knowing, you are essentially telling the universe, I don't trust my own divine guidance. You are telling the very essence of creation that placed that spark within you, I doubt the wisdom you bestowed upon me. This is where the dissonance begins, where the vibrant melody of your life becomes a hesitant hum. The first key, the permission slip. You write yourself. Stop waiting for someone else to give you permission to be yourself. This isn't a trivial suggestion. It is a profound declaration of spiritual autonomy. That permission slip you're waiting for, the official document signed by an external authority, the stamp of approval from a person or institution you've mistakenly placed above your own intuitive wisdom, doesn't exist out there. You have to write it yourself. This isn't about being rebellious for rebellion's sake, or dismissive of others' feelings in a selfish manner. Rather, it's about recognizing, at the deepest core of your being, that you are the sole, ultimate authority on your own life path. You are the monarch of your inner kingdom, the architect of your destiny, the only one truly qualified to chart the course of your soul's journey. This is your birthright, a sacred responsibility to your unique divine blueprint. When you keep seeking validation from people who don't understand your vision, who cannot grasp the vastness of your dreams or the intricate design of your soul's purpose, you're essentially asking a fish to validate your ability to fly. The fish, however well-meaning, exists in an entirely different element. Its world is water, its wisdom rooted in depths and currents. It cannot possibly comprehend the boundless expanse of the sky, the exhilaration of soaring, or the unique perspective gained from altitude. They can't see what you see because they're not meant to. Their limitations are not, and should not be, yours. Your expansion isn't their journey. It's profoundly, exclusively yours. Acknowledge their perspective with grace, but understand its inherent limitation when applied to your unique path. The very moment you start honoring your inner voice, that sacred intuitive knowing that resides deep within, over the cacophony of external opinions, something truly profound shifts. It's an internal recalibration, a powerful reclaiming of your sovereign power. You stop betraying yourself for the comfort of others, a painful compromise that leaves you feeling hollowed out and resentful. You stop dimming your incandescent light, a light that was meant to shine brightly, to make others feel better about their own perceived darkness. This act of self-betrayal not only diminishes you, but also subtly reinforces their shadow. Instead, you begin to shine, unreservedly, showing up as the radiant, sovereign being you were always meant to be, a lighthouse guiding not just yourself, but subtly illuminating the path for others by your sheer example. The second key, the sacred no, that changes everything. Learning to say no to what doesn't align with your soul's calling, to what drains your energy or compromises your truth, is not just an act of self-preservation. It is actually the most loving thing you can do, both for yourself and, paradoxically, for others. Every single time you utter a yes when your soul is screaming a resounding no, you're not creating harmony. You're creating energetic debt. This debt accumulates, manifesting as resentment, burnout, passive aggression, emotional exhaustion, and ultimately, a profound loss of self-worth. This energetic imbalance will eventually have to be paid, often at a much higher cost than the momentary discomfort of setting a boundary. Your no is not merely a refusal, it is sacred. It acts as a divine boundary, a holy space around your being, protecting your precious energy, safeguarding your invaluable time, and preserving the integrity of your divine mission. When you honor your boundaries, you're not just protecting yourself, you're inadvertently teaching others how to honor them too, modeling a higher standard of self-respect. But more importantly, and on a far grander scale, you are sending a clear, unequivocal signal to the universe that you value yourself enough to protect what matters most: your spiritual integrity, your purpose, and your well-being. This self-respect becomes a powerful vibrational magnet, drawing in experiences and people that respect and honor your boundaries. This doesn't make you selfish in the shallow sense, it makes you sovereign. There's a crucial difference between being self-centered, which is an egoic focus solely on one's own desires without regard for others, and being self-responsible, which is an empowered, mature spiritual stance. Self-responsibility means you take full ownership of your life, your choices, and your energy. You consciously stop making others responsible for your happiness, understanding that your inner state is your own creation. And, equally vital, you stop taking responsibility for theirs, recognizing that each soul must navigate its own journey of growth. This liberation from codependent patterns allows for truly authentic, unburdened connection. The third key, the universe. Conspiracy of support. Here's the most beautiful paradox, a jewel of spiritual insight. The very moment you stop needing support from others, when you release the desperate grip of expectation and dependence, is the precise moment the universe truly conspires to support you in ways you never imagined possible. When you consistently choose yourself, affirming your worth, and trusting your inner compass, you send a clear, resonant message to existence that you are ready to receive what's truly meant for you, without conditions or compromises. You shift from a vibration of scarcity and lack, constantly seeking external validation, to one of abundance and trust, magnetizing support from within and without. Suddenly, with astonishing synchronicity, the right people show up: mentors, collaborators, soul family, or simply friends who understand and uplift your vision. The right opportunities present themselves, often appearing out of nowhere, perfectly aligned with your newly defined path. Resources, whether financial, energetic, or inspirational, appear from unexpected places, sometimes from sources you never even knew existed. This isn't mere good luck or magic in the sense of defying natural laws. This is the profound power of alignment. When your internal world, your deepest beliefs, and your highest intentions match your external choices and actions, you become an unstoppable magnet to experiences that reflect your highest good, creating a harmonious dance between your inner and outer realities. The people who were truly meant to support your journey, those whose souls are aligned with your trajectory, will recognize and celebrate your growing sovereignty. They will find joy in your expansion, understanding that your light doesn't diminish theirs, but amplifies the collective glow. Conversely, those who resist your growth, who try to pull you back into old patterns or resent your blooming, were never truly aligned with your evolving path anyway. Let them fall away with grace and gratitude. Their resistance, though painful in the moment, was actually the universe's benevolent way of showing you who belongs in your new elevated reality and who needs to be released for your highest good. The fourth key, the alchemy of self-trust. Self-trust isn't built through the elusive pursuit of perfection. It's forged in the crucible of real-life choices, built through the consistent act of honoring your inner knowing, even when it doesn't make logical sense to anyone else around you. Every single time you choose to listen to and act upon your intuition, that quiet, steady voice of your soul, over the loud, often fear-based logic of others or even your own conditioned mind, you strengthen your direct connection to divine guidance. You are telling your spirit, "I hear you, and I trust you," thereby deepening the channel for universal wisdom to flow through you. This is the true alchemy, the transformation from base fear and self-doubt into the pure spiritual gold of inner certainty. To cultivate this sacred trust, start small. Begin by noticing the subtle, almost imperceptible ways you abandon yourself throughout the day. Do you agree when your soul yearns to disagree, silencing your true voice to avoid conflict or disapproval? Do you go along with plans or engagements that, deep down, you know will drain your precious energy and leave you depleted? Do you silence your authentic expression, your unique perspective, or your creative impulses to keep an artificial peace, fearing judgment or misunderstanding? These seemingly small betrayals, like tiny drops of water, accumulate over time, slowly but surely eroding your self-worth and creating an internal landscape that feels foreign and disconnected from your true soul's essence. They create a life that, despite external appearances, feels hollow and unfulfilling. The profound alchemy happens when you begin to honor these inner nudges consistently, making a conscious choice, however small, to align with your inner truth. With each courageous step, your confidence grows, not from the fleeting approval of others, which is always conditional and external, but from your own unwavering reliability to yourself. You become someone you can absolutely trust, someone whose word to yourself is as sacred as any external vow. This foundational self-trust is not merely a psychological benefit. It is the absolute bedrock of all spiritual sovereignty, the unshakable inner knowing that empowers you to walk your divine path with clarity, courage, and unwavering faith. The fifth key, the elevation protocol. When you consistently choose yourself, when you make unwavering alignment with your highest truth, your non-negotiable standard, you begin to vibrate at a frequency that naturally, effortlessly, attracts elevated experiences into your life. This isn't about becoming superior to others in an egoic sense. It's about a deeply personal and profound journey of becoming superior to your former self. The self who settled for less, who played small, who compromised their light for the comfort of others, and who ultimately lived below the true grandeur of what your soul desired. This is an ascension, a spiritual upgrade, tuning your internal radio receiver to a higher, clearer station. However, elevation requires deliberate and courageous release. You will inevitably have to let go of relationships that require you to stay small, that thrive on your diminished light, or that unconsciously resent your growth. You will have to release opportunities, even those that appear outwardly desirable, that simply do not honor your intrinsic worth or align with your soul's expanding vision. And perhaps most challenging of all, you will have to lovingly say goodbye to versions of yourself, the people-pleasing persona, the dutiful child, the fearful conformist, that were painstakingly created to appease others rather than express your authentic, magnificent truth. This shedding of old skins can feel raw and vulnerable, like a snake releasing its former self, but it is utterly necessary for your continued growth. But here's the astonishing, beautiful reality of what happens in that sacred space you create through release. The universe, abhorring a vacuum, rushes in with a cascade of opportunities, people, and experiences that precisely match your new, elevated frequency. It is a divine law that what is released makes space for what is divinely aligned. You discover, often with a sense of wonder and profound gratitude, that support, true soul-nourishing support, was always available. You simply weren't vibrating at the level to receive it. You were tuned to a different channel, experiencing a reality that no longer serves the radiant being you are becoming. Now, the signals are clear, and the flow is undeniable. The sixth key, the sovereign heart. True sovereignty isn't about isolation from others, nor is it merely about fierce independence in a solitary existence. Far from it. True sovereignty is about being so utterly full, so complete within yourself, so anchored in your own divine essence, that you can love and connect from a place of abundant overflow, rather than from a place of deep-seated need. When you are no longer desperately seeking completion, validation, or definition from external sources, be it a partner, a family, a job, or societal accolades, you become truly free to love authentically, purely, and without the invisible chains of expectation or codependency. Your cup is so full that its essence naturally spills out to enrich those around you. This is the sacred ground where real relationships begin to blossom, not the codependent ones, built on mutual neediness, unspoken expectations, and the unconscious desire for another to complete you, but conscious connections where two whole, sovereign beings choose to share their fullness with each other. In these sacred unions, you stop trying to fix others, recognizing their journey is their own, and you equally stop seeking to be fixed by them, understanding that your healing is an inside job. Instead, you start celebrating each other's sovereignty, seeing it as an amplification of connection rather than a threat to intimacy. There is a deep respect for individual paths, intertwined in a tapestry of shared love and mutual growth. Your sovereign heart knows, intuitively and undeniably, that love isn't possession. It is, in its purest, most divine form, liberation. When you bravely choose yourself first, honoring your truth and your sacred boundaries, you simultaneously and powerfully give others unspoken permission to do the same. This courageous act of self-love creates an undeniable ripple effect of authenticity, a wave of profound healing that touches not just your own life, but radiates outward to transform the lives of everyone around you, inspiring them to reclaim their own inherent wholeness and power. It is a quiet revolution of the heart. The seventh key, the cosmic recognition. Here's the final key, the ultimate unlock that brings everything into perfect focus, illuminating the path you've been on. The entire universe, in its boundless wisdom and unwavering patience, has literally been waiting for you to choose yourself. Every challenge you've faced, every moment of feeling misunderstood or unsupported, every time you felt like you were too much for some or not enough for others, it was all, in a grander cosmic scheme, preparation. It was the forging of your spirit, the refining fire, the intricate setup for this very moment of profound recognition, both internally and universally. You are not here by accident, floating through existence without purpose. Your unique combination of gifts, your singular perspective on reality, and the totality of your lived experiences are not only valid, but deeply and intrinsically needed in this world. The collective consciousness yearns for your distinct contribution, but it can only be expressed through your authentic self, through the unfiltered truth of who you are, not through the carefully edited, diluted, or muted version of you that has been crafted to conform to others' comfort or expectations. The world needs the original, not a copy. The cosmic recognition truly comes when you realize, with a gasp of liberating clarity, that your inherent worthiness was never, ever in question. It was never something you had to earn, prove, or seek external approval for. Only your willingness to bravely claim it, to step into it fully, was ever the variable. The moment you cease striving for external validation, when you finally drop that heavy burden, and with unwavering courage, start expressing your truth, the universe confirms what was always true. You belong here, exactly as you are, in all your magnificent, imperfect perfection, with all the power you need, residing inherently within you, to create the life your soul deeply desires and was divinely designed to live. The deepest truth, the ultimate revelation that underpins all of these keys, is this: you were never meant to fit into the restrictive boxes others created for you. Those boxes, whether societal, familial, or self-imposed, were too small, too limiting, too confining for the vastness of your spirit. You were meant to bravely break those boxes, to shatter their illusory walls, and by your very existence, show others what true freedom, what unbridled authenticity, what unyielding sovereignty truly looks like. Your liberation, far from being selfish, is the greatest, most generous gift you can offer to a world that desperately needs to witness and experience people brave enough to fully, unapologetically, be themselves. Every single person who consciously chooses sovereignty, who reclaims their inner authority and walks their authentic path, gives others unspoken, energetic permission to do the same. Your courage to be authentic creates widening ripples of possibility, hope, an inspiration for everyone who witnesses your transformative example. This, my friends, is how we truly heal the world, one awakened, sovereign soul at a time. You don't need anyone's permission to step into your power. You don't need validation to trust your path. You don't need external confirmation to know your worth. Everything you need is already within you, a shimmering wellspring of wisdom and strength, waiting for you to choose it over everything that might feel safer, but inevitably proves to be smaller. Before you scroll, take a moment to be part of what's forming here. Drop one intention in the comments, something real from your heart journey. Then respond to someone else's with encouragement or love. This isn't content, it's collective healing. Love multiplies when hearts connect. If something in this message resonated, don't keep it to yourself. Someone in your life is waiting for this exact activation. Share it. And if you felt a soul nudge, subscribe. Stay in the flow of divine love guidance. You're not just watching, you're healing. This is your sacred space, and we're just getting started. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it. Respond to it. Help carry this message further. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.